So now we're going to look at how to determine the uncertainty when only one measurement is taken. And there's two steps here. Step 1 is determine the smallest division of your measuring instrument. And then step 2 is divide this value in half, and that's the uncertainty. So for example, if you're using a protractor to measure an angle, the smallest division might be 1 degree, and so the uncertainty would be 0.5 degrees. That's half of 1 degree. Here's another example. Suppose the numbered markings on the ruler shown below are centimeters. So in this case, the smallest division would be 0.1 centimeters, and half of the smallest division would be 0.05 centimeters. So the measured value would be 3.6, that's the measured length of that red bar, plus or minus 0.05 centimeters. That's the uncertainty. And here's another example. Suppose we have this crazy device here, and this device measures to the nearest 1/100th of a gigawatt. So that means the smallest division is 0.01 gigawatts, and half of a smallest division would be 0.005 gigawatts. So in this case, the measured value would be 1.21 plus or minus 0.005 gigawatts, or gigawatts if you prefer. And here's a slightly different situation. Suppose you're going to use that same device, and this time you look at it and it says 1.18 gigawatts, and then you look at it a second later and it says 1.26 gigawatts, and it just seems to be fluctuating between these two values. What do? Well, in this case, you take the average of the two extremes, 1.18 plus 1.26, and divide it by 2. That gives you 1.22 gigawatts. And then you take half of the difference between the larger and the smaller. So in this case, 1.26 minus 1.18, and then divide by 2, and that gives you 0.04. So for your measured value, you use the 1.22, and for the uncertainty, you use the 0.04.